Welcome to Boardroom Transformation Talks. In this episode, we're tackling a costly blind spot in AI adoption: pilots that never scale. Despite heavy investment, cutting-edge technology, and high expectations, most AI initiatives fail to deliver real business value. The reason? A lack of organizational readiness before the first line of code is written. Today, we'll uncover why 88% of pilots stall, the pivotal role boards play in preventing failure, and the governance moves that turn AI ambition into lasting impact.
AI is, well, it's everywhere, isn't it? I mean, automating customer service, optimizing these incredibly complex supply chains, the buzz, the possibilities, they seem absolutely endless.
There's a huge amount of excitement and money flowing in.
Exactly. A ton of ambition, a lot of investment. But here's something a bit uncomfortable that the source material for our deep dive today points out.
Okay.
Despite all that enthusiasm, a really staggering statistic: something like 88% of AI pilots never actually make it to production.
Wow, 88%.
Yeah, they just sort of fail quietly, burning through budgets and, eroding confidence along the way.
And what's really crucial to understand there, I think, is that the culprit is rarely the AI model itself.
Oh, interesting. So it's not the tech.
Not usually, no.
Yeah.
Instead, it's almost always a fundamental lack of, let's call it, foundational readiness.
Foundational readiness.
Yeah. Imagine trying to build, I don't know, a cutting-edge skyscraper on basically unprepared, swampy ground. That's kind of what happens with AI when you've got, say, poor data quality or fragmented systems that just can't talk to each other.
Right.
Or maybe murky ownership of data or processes, or sometimes just a complete absence of an operational framework to actually scale these things up.
Okay.
And for leadership, this isn't just some minor IT hiccup. It's really a critical governance issue, an investment oversight problem.
That puts a very clear picture on it. So what does this all mean for you listening in? In this deep dive, we're going to unpack these significant challenges. We're drawing insights from a document called Board's Guide AI Readiness for Success. And our mission today is, well, to understand why AI ambition so often outpaces the actual capability.
Yeah.
And maybe more importantly, what specific actionable steps are really crucial for genuine AI success. So whether you're directly involved with AI projects, or maybe you're just trying to stay well-informed about where technology is heading, understanding these systemic issues is, I think, vital for navigating this whole AI landscape effectively.
Absolutely.
It kicks off with this really stark example that kind of brings this to life. A large European manufacturer.
Okay.
They were really eager, jump on the AI bandwagon, launched pilots for visual inspection, predictive maintenance, even demand forecasting. Pretty standard AI use cases.
Sounds ambitious. And the tech itself.
The technology, apparently, in isolation, worked perfectly. But when it came to actually scaling any of it across the business,
Let me guess.
nothing. It just wouldn't stick.
Yet is a textbook case, isn't it? Of
Yeah.
that ambition just outpacing the capability.
Yeah.
Their own internal AI readiness assessment, the guide mentions, came back with a pretty dismal score, like 2.4 out of 5. And when they dug deeper, the problems were exactly what we were just talking about. Incomplete data pipelines, sort of ad hoc governance processes, inconsistent integration with their core operational systems.
So the foundations weren't there?
Exactly. Essentially, the board had greenlit significant AI spending without really having a clear understanding of these fundamental gaps that were, well, sabotaging their efforts from the start.
That's quite a hurdle to overcome. So how did they actually turn this around? What was the breakthrough that allowed them to move past these fundamental issues and, actually see some value?
Well, after that first wave of failures, leadership commissioned a really thorough AI readiness assessment.
So they paused and assessed.
That was the turning point, yeah. It highlighted exactly where their foundational investments needed to be made. So then they prioritized things. Everything from, solidifying data governance to building robust MLOps capabilities.
MLOps, that's machine learning operations, right?
Exactly. Basically, the practices for deploying and maintaining AI models in production. They did all that before relaunching those very same pilots.
Okay, so foundation first. And the payoff.
Well, within just 18 months, those projects were delivering an incredible $6 million in business value.
Wow, $6 million. That's an impressive turnaround, just by getting the groundwork right first.
It really shows the difference it makes.
It makes you wonder, though, was there any pushback on prioritizing that foundational work before restarting the pilots? Or did that clear potential ROI, that $6 million figure, quickly convert any skeptics.
Well, you're touching on the board's crucial role here, aren't you?
Seems like it.
The manufacturer's experience, it beautifully illustrates that boards aren't just there to, rubber stamp projects.
Right.
They really set the tone for how emerging technologies like AI are adopted. Their job is fundamentally to safeguard value by ensuring investments are strategic and, critically, that risks are mitigated.
So for AI, that means looking beyond the shiny pilot.
Exactly. Moving beyond just enthusiasm for pilots and really asking, okay, does the foundation actually exist to scale this successfully? Without that critical oversight from the top, AI projects just become, expensive experiments.
That never generate real shareholder value.
Precisely.
Okay, so if the board has such a pivotal role in ensuring this readiness, how exactly does the guide suggest they operationalize that? Like, what specific actions does it recommend they take to make sure these foundational investments happen before the pilots even kick off?
Yeah, the guide lays out some very specific actionable steps, starting with a really powerful one, demanding an AI readiness assessment before funding any pilots.
Demanding it, so making it mandatory.
Yes. It really drives home the point that, you wouldn't greenlight a skyscraper without ever inspecting the ground it's supposed to stand on, would you?
No, absolutely not. That seems obvious when you put it like that. So what does one of these AI readiness assessments actually involve? What are they looking for?
Well, an AI readiness assessment evaluates several key areas. It looks at the maturity of your data quality and accessibility.
Okay.
So asking things like, is your data centralized? Is it clean? Secure? Is it accessible enough to actually train and sustain these AI models?
Makes sense.
It also assesses system integration. Can the AI outputs, the results, actually flow seamlessly into your operational processes? Or are they just stuck in a lab somewhere?
You're right, a big hurdle.
Then there's AI governance. Are there clear policies for accountability, for compliance? What about the ethical implications of how AI is used? That's huge.
Increasingly so, yeah.
And crucially, it examines skills and talent. Does the organization actually have the expertise needed to develop, deploy, and maintain AI?
The people part.
Definitely. And finally, MLOps, which we mentioned earlier, is vital. Are there established processes to monitor, retrain, and scale those models once they're actually in production?
Okay.
So the core oversight question for boards should really be, what is our current AI readiness score, and which specific gaps could potentially derail our pilots?
It sounds like this is about so much more than just the technical foundation, though. The guide also seems to put a lot of emphasis on how these AI initiatives connect to the broader strategic goals of the company.
That's absolutely right.
How does it suggest boards approach that connection? And why is it so critical to move beyond just a proof of concept if there isn't a clear path to actual impact?
Yeah, it raises that important question. Which specific strategic objectives does this particular AI pilot advance? And crucially, how are we going to measure success? It can't just be, did the model work?
Right. It needs a business outcome.
Exactly. The guide also emphasizes governing data as a strategic asset. In the AI era, data isn't just a byproduct of business anymore. It's the primary input. It's the fuel. So boards have to hold management accountable for really robust data governance frameworks that covers quality, privacy, security, ownership, the whole package. Otherwise, even the most advanced AI models are just going to deliver poor or worse, biased results. The board really needs to have board-level visibility into the health, the compliance, and the strategic use of their data assets.
It really hammers home that old garbage in, garbage out principle, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
It's like trying to bake, I don't know, a gourmet cake with rotten ingredients. No matter how good your recipe or your baker is, it's just not going to turn out well.
Perfect analogy.
Yep. And it sounds like this readiness, it isn't a one-and-done thing either. The guide talks about monitoring readiness metrics continuously at the board level. Why is that ongoing oversight so crucial?
Because readiness is, it's dynamic. It changes. New systems get implemented. Companies make acquisitions. Even regulatory changes can quickly shift an organization's AI capabilities.
Ah, okay. So it's a moving target.
It really is. So having a board-level readiness dashboard ensures there's ongoing visibility. It helps directors spot risks early and, intervene before things go off track.
What sort of indicators would be on that dashboard?
Key indicators might include things like the percentage of clean, accessible data, the integration coverage between AI and core systems, the number of AI models successfully moved into production, Time to value for AI deployment is a big one. And of course, regulatory compliance status.
Right.
Boards need to be asking themselves, what are the leading indicators that signal whether our AI readiness is actually improving or maybe deteriorating over time?
Okay. And finally, there's a big one. The guide stresses sequencing investments intelligently. It's not just about spending money, it's about how you spend it, the order. Can you elaborate on that?
Absolutely. This is where boards can add significant value by ensuring that AI spending is staged properly. Foundational capability first, then the advanced AI initiative second.
Foundation first, scale second.
Exactly. This approach, it just reduces the risk of sunk costs on pilots that were doomed from the start, and it builds confidence across the organization in their ability to actually execute on AI. It's about making sure that AI projects are built on solid ground, giving them the best possible chance to succeed right from the beginning.
So ultimately, the failure of an AI pilot, it's more than just a missed opportunity, isn't it? It's really a clear signal that the governance, the oversight, it hasn't caught up with the ambition.
That sums it up well.
And this deep dive has really shown us, I think, that the most effective approach treats this AI readiness as a prerequisite, something you need before you start, not an afterthought you fix later.
Exactly. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, sequencing those investments intelligently, foundation first, advanced AI second, that truly is the core strategy here.
Right.
This approach, it doesn't just protect value and speed up transformation eventually, but it also shifts innovation from what could feel like a gamble.
Yeah, like throwing darts.
Into a more governed, reliable process.
So the critical takeaway for you listening is this. Before any significant AI investment, the emphasis really should be on understanding the underlying readiness first. It's about knowing your strengths, identifying the gaps, and pinpointing the precise steps you need to take to create that solid foundation that can truly scale AI reliably.
And the source concludes with a really powerful thought. The organizations that truly win in the AI era won't necessarily be those that start the fastest.
Interesting. Not the sprinters.
Not necessarily,
Ow.
but rather those whose leadership ensures they are fundamentally ready, prepared.
Okay.
And this raises, I think, an important question for you to consider in your own context. How ready are you, really, for the AI future?
Sure.
And what foundations might still need to be built?